Teaching 95. Love each other. 1. What can you ask the one who created you that he does not grant you, if what you ask is for the good of your body or your spirit? But you must learn to conform to my will. You are in a time of restitution in which you must not be dissatisfied with your tests. 2. Love, so that your love will help you to restore. Destroy with your charity all selfishness. 3. The land you walk on is temporary. Your journey here is short, after which you will penetrate into eternal life. However, I want you to know the path from this valley of tears as outlined in the precepts of my law. 4. Do not weaken in faith or hope. Always bear in mind that the end of this journey will come. Do not forget that in me you have had your beginning, and that the end you will also have in me, and that end is eternity, because there is the destiny of the Spirit. 5. Have eternity as an ideal, and do not lose heart in vicissitudes. Do you know if this is your last reincarnation on earth? Who can tell you that in that body that you have today you are paying off all your debts contracted with my justice? That is why I tell you, take advantage of your time, but do not go in a hurry. Yes, with faith and conformity you accept your sufferings, and with patience you drain the chalice. Truly I tell you, your merits will not be sterile. 6. Make the Spirit always walk forward so that you, step by step, perfect yourself. 7. I am the one who puts the tests in your step to stop your spirit, when it departs from the path of my law to live subject only to your free will. Examine all of the evidence, I allow it, so that you see that each one of them is like a chisel that polishes your heart. That's one of the reasons by which pain brings you closer to me. 8. But man has always sought pleasures. He has gone after power and greatness, to rule over the land and be king of his own brothers. If I have created all of you with the same love, why have there always been those who claim to be superior? Why have there been those who lead humanity under humiliation and the whip? Why is there he who turns his back to the humble and his heart is not moved by bringing pain to his fellow men? Because they are spirits that do not even recognize the Father who loves all his creatures and as the only owner of all existences. That is why there are men who usurp and ignore the sacred rights of man. They serve me as an instrument for my justice, and, believing to be lords and kings, they are only servants. Forgive them. 9. This is the third era in which I have come to teach you the lesson that must unite humanity spiritually, because it is my will that peoples, races, and languages are no longer an obstacle to their unification of the different ideologies. The essence with which I formed a spirit is the same that everyone has, and the substances that make up the blood that runs through the veins of men are the same in all. Therefore all are equal and worthy of me, and for all I have come again. 10. I have come because I have contemplated your spirit poor in virtue, and I have come to enrich it. But do not offer me the riches of the earth, because I inherited them from the beginning. Ask me and seek the purification of the spirit that you do not yet possess. See that my law is still unfulfilled. 11. Centuries and ages have passed, and humanity does not have a true awakening to the life of light and of truth. That's why every time you leave this body you return to the spiritual valley naked and needy, hungry and thirsty. Such great faith and will does not yet arise from the heart of man that make them willing to follow me on the path marked by me, with traces of blood and love. 12. And there you have pain in all its force, overwhelming humanity, making it recognize that it is out of the path, inviting them to seek the Father, as the prodigal son did in my divine parable. What does it matter that you arrive at my door naked or ragged, tearful and ashamed? If what I want is for you to look for me, knock on my door, remember me, my loving arms will then open full of forgiveness and charity to receive you, to give you back the lost and wasted inheritance, to sit at my table to savor the delicacy and the fruit of eternal life. 13. Let my love penetrate your heart, and let my love comfort you and heal you. Let me save you again. Let me set you free, breaking the chains that bind you to passions, misery, and ignorance. I want the kingdom of heaven to be the one kingdom that comes to the hearts of men, and not your passions that establish their kingdom in this world. 14. Disciples, understand that I sent you into the world to love your brothers, pouring out your charity, praying for them, living for them. But do not expect them to return love for love. Rather, strengthen yourselves to resist the hardness, ingratitude, and selfishness of the human heart. Prepare yourselves for slander and betrayal, but do not be intimidated by it, and forgive them in advance with all your heart. 15. When you feel alone, when you need love, when there is no friendly voice on earth to comfort you, nor someone who shares his bread with you, look for me. Seek the one who loves even if he is not loved, the one that truly forgives, heals, and comforts all sinners. 16. Not everyone will be ungrateful and insensitive to your step. Sometimes you will be surprised by the understanding, charity, and the goodness of your brothers. 17. I want you to be satisfied in your humility, and in your poverty you will find my blessings. While the world walks in need of my peace, stumbling and falling in the midst of its science and its false splendor, you poor people have the treasure of peace. Why don't you spread this peace over humanity with your prayers, deeds, and words as a cloak of love and charity? 18. You all possess the gifts of the Spirit, which are beginning their development in this third era. Due to the evolution, they have reached the Spirit's intuition, clairvoyance, revelation, prophecy, inspiration, are clearly manifesting among humanity, and it is the announcement of a new time. It is the light of the book of the 7 seals, open at this time in its 6th chapter. But you who know why these manifestations are and the time in which you live, channel your gifts along the path of love. Always be ready to offer your charity, and you will be in harmony with my law, and you will serve as an example to your brothers. Then you will be my disciples, and as such you will be recognized. 19. If you know how to take my work with true charity and love, it will be in your life like a saving basket. She will welcome you like a mother when you get lost crying on the roads of life. 20. You ask me that my word not cease to be heard. You ask me that the time of this manifestation among you lengthen. But I tell you, my laws are immutable, my will irrevocable. Nothing can man do to vary my will. Neither tears nor promises will make me extend this time. Said and written is that in the year of 1950 my word will stop being heard. Who will be with me then? You do not know what I prepare 3 years before my departure, but you must be alert. 21. In the kingdom of the Father there is a being full of grace, sweet tenderness, and warmth. It is Mary, your mother. She is always with you. Learn to receive it with dignity in your hearts. Feel her loving caress. Understand that for her you will always be her children. Mary will help you to reach me. To you who are sick of the body and the spirit, I will not reject you for your poverty. Hear my word, because she will be like balm in your wounds. 22. How many of you are surprised to find yourselves in these moments listening to me with tears of love, of joy, of repentance in your eyes, when just a few hours ago you were still holding to the passions of the world? 23. I give you my lessons so that you can study them in depth, and tomorrow you can practice them with love. 24. I have been giving you my teaching for a long time, and I do not find disciples among so many infants, who tomorrow will be the teachers. But I will continue giving you my lesson until awakening in your spirit the desire of evolution. 25. I have come to choose those lacking earth sciences, because they are not clumsy for the teachings of the Spirit. I have chosen the poor, because with an atom of my grace that I give him, he feels exalted and honored. Not so the rich man who, no matter how much he gains, is never satisfied. But to the poor man who has been adorned with the knowledge of the gifts he possesses, I teach him not to reserve his treasure for himself, but to share it with your brothers. It is joy to the Spirit, knowing that it carries these gifts, because it has realized the value that they have. 26. Whoever struggles to remain firm on the road, it is because he remembers everything he has had to suffer to achieve what you have today. Understand that whoever strays from the path is less ungrateful to his Lord, as he is with himself. 27. Do you not know that he who walks against my law, the same, strips away his virtues and gifts? 28. Precisely at this time I have been returning to humanity all its inheritance that it had squandered. There will not be any without the light of my divine Spirit. 29. Parasitic plants will flourish and bear fruit because I am the power, and for me it will always be time to save your spirit. But for you each time that passes and each step that you stray, the more painful your return to the path. 30. I have come to separate you from the great passions, so that in a path of peace you could listen to me, meditate and analyze the lesson that I give you. 31. Learn that the thirst of the Spirit is only calmed by pure and crystalline water, so that you never drink cloudy and contaminated waters. 32. If in the world you have always had someone to serve you and you have known about honors, now on this path, you will not have servants, nor boastfulness. You will be my servants serving your brothers. 33. I let you reach the summit you longed for, and when you were there, you heard my voice saying, you have for a long time gave your tribute to Caesar. Now give me what is mine. You already enjoyed a lot with the satisfactions of the world, and it is time that you prepare your trip to eternity, because nobody knows whether or not you return to this world. 34. I say to you, blessed are you for having praised the name of Mary, who, full of love, has prepared to receive my lesson, and you show me your joy and determination to move on. My desire is to contemplate you accept. There is pain in my spirit because there are few who follow me and many who have not heard my word, and their spirits are still indifferent and deaf to my inspirations. 35. I give life and food to all beings and watch over their well-being, while you have not yet understood that your destiny it is to love and to serve. That is why I have spoken to you in many ways, and my lessons will be repeated until you, convinced of your mistakes, obey the laws that have been given to you since the beginning of time. 36. I give you one more opportunity to do works of mercy, to multiply your harvest and to store it in my barn where it is not lost, but your merits are increased. Present to me those who have turned from bad to good seed, the sad ones that you have comforted, those who you have brought out of the darkness of vice to put them in a safe place. That is what I ask of you, not to forget your spiritual duties towards those who are still materialized. Remember that I have said that you should not worry about tomorrow. Everything is planned and granted by me. You only have to trust in your work that will always be blessed by your Lord. I do not want you only spiritual. I have given you two laws to which you must attend. The one rules the spirit and inspires feelings and thoughts elevated. The other keeps you in harmony with material nature, and both identify you with me in their perfect harmony. 37. Unify yourselves in a single thought and trust in me. I have loved you since before I sent you into the world, and wherever you have been, I have protected you. I have been tireless in my eagerness to prepare you. Who will be those who take care of my work and see the beginning of the restoration of this world? Truly I say, it will be the children of your children who will speak of what you have seen and heard from the Master. Yes, moreover, you achieve great preparation and achieve great milestones that point to the future for humanity. How happy you will be, because you will be able to show how great are the gifts that the love of God gives you. 38. When all my children know that I have manifested myself once more, when my word is analyzed and it is given fulfillment of my mandates, the light of the sixth seal will be illuminating every creature and you will all be awake. In that time confusion and evil will cease, wars will end, and man's life will be wrapped up in my love and in my grace. Only love, mercy, and forgiveness will beat in hearts. Intuition will be a gift of all, and the consciousness will speak clearly, and its voice will be heard and obeyed. 39. Trust in me, so that you can do spiritual works, because if you do not have faith, you will not be able to heal and you will feel small and needy having my power. But I also say to you, when you go to help your brothers, do not humiliate them. Do not erect thrones or seek vassals. Be humble, love them, and work with self-denial between the portion that corresponds to you. What you will do with your brothers, you will have done with yourselves also. Think how you will be judged if you do works contrary to my law, saying that you are my disciples. 40. I receive your harvest in this world, in which you have fought and suffered for my cause. Your heart says, my planting is small, but I am going to increase it because I am moved by your love and your divine patience. 41. Your tranquility depends on your spiritual elevation. I have more to give you than you ask me. When you surrender to spiritual work, do it with all the strength of your being. And when you go to the world to make the bread for the body, work with love so that you comply with the laws that govern you. 42. If you have been good children and later good parents, do not be afraid to be before me. If you have been disobeyed and you cannot correct the son who has been lacking, and for this reason you carry a deep wound in your heart, remember that I have received 1,000 and 1,000 times the ingratitude and ignorance of my children. Even so imitate me. Only I judge the works of all beings. Parents will answer to me for their children, and these from their parents. I have inspired virtue to you so that you may be the foundations of a healthy and strong world, so that when I ask you about the beings that I send into your home, present them as fragrant roses and lilies in the garden that you have cultivated. 43. My word comes to give peace to those who need it, but not everyone has been able to receive it. Many are not moved with my struggle, they don't even feel my pain because of their lack of love. 44. I long to see in you the firmness of your faith, because a time of persecution will come when you will be questioned and tried. If you are ready, I will speak for you and manifest myself in your works of love towards your brothers. 45. Be merciful and you will obtain mercy from your brothers. Obey my inspirations and reject dangers and temptations. Those around me today are not fair, but they are on their way to being fair and reaching salvation. 46. Whatever you ask me with humility and good purpose, I will grant you. Everything you request for the good of your evolution in the name of Mary will be granted. Ask for everyone, because you are before me, a single son whom I love and whom I have come to save. 47. You have come to dwell on earth by my will. That is why I have come to communicate with you. I wanted to choose hard hearts to give you proofs of the power of my word in obtaining their regeneration. The chisel of my love has polished them. My goodness has brought them down. 48. The spirits have heard my voice through their consciousness and have made man recognize his faults. The hearts have confessed from spirit to spirit and have discovered before me many unknown faults for themselves. 49. How many in the silence of their hearts when listening to me say, Father, your gaze is penetrating my heart, what can I hide from you? Many cry when they know the pain they have caused their brothers, whom they made them return to the hereafter before the time fixed for it. 50. My spirit rejoices to see you coming in crowds, people, and I say to you, come, come. It is not too late for you to come to my lands and become workers, nor for you to form purposes of amendment, when you have felt the warmth of the sheepfold and regained your strength. Do not be ungrateful to the divine shepherd who rescued you, because you don't know at what price you would get him to come back to look for you. 51. What do you look for in uncertain paths? If from them you come, why go in search for new crossroads? When you still remember your pain in the deceitful paths of the world, go to the paths, yes, return to them, the Master tells you. But do it when you feel strong, and may your progress be to shake hands with the fallen or to look for the lost. It is necessary that you have complete knowledge of the place where you have come from, so that you may understand the beauties of the path you are on. 51. What do you look for in uncertain paths? If from them you come, why go in search for new crossroads? When you still remember your pain in the deceitful paths of the world, go to the paths, yes, return to them, the Master tells you. But do it when you feel strong, and may your progress be to shake hands with the fallen or to look for the lost. It is necessary that you have complete knowledge of the place where you have come from, so that you may understand the beauties of the path you are on. 52. If you lack the knowledge of these teachings for not having paid enough attention to my lessons or for little meditation, your step on a path of good will be false, and a slight stumble will make you deviate. 53. Watch and pray, listen and meditate, and you will have the strength to put my divine lessons into practice. 54. You are learning to ask, to know how to love and to suffer as well. This is a world of pain, where you have to learn to respect my will. Your love for me will help you to endure trials with patience and understanding. 55. I have wanted you to know the path from this world that leads to my kingdom, through the practice of the precepts of my law. Finish fulfilling your mission on earth. Do not miss this opportunity. Who can ensure that the Father grants you a new reincarnation, in which you can repair your mistakes and make up for lost time? In my word I have told you, and be diligent, but do not go in a hurry. Comply with the spiritual and with the flesh. Merge all your powers and senses in one will. 56. Spain pressed with patience is not sterile, because it increases faith, elevates and purifies. It will never be an obstacle but an incentive on the path of your evolution and restitution. 57. Be humble in spirit, and then you will have true charity for your brothers. Then you will be strong to resist the temptations of the world. Why do some dream of the delights of the earth? Others go in after the flows, and others become great to humiliate the little ones, because they are weak to persevere in the good and succumb to temptation. 58. I have come to communicate in this era, and I will leave my word as a gift for all men. This gift will remove the spiritual poverty of humanity. 59. I come to fill you with courage so that you break the chains that bind you and you are free to follow me. Temptation has made its reign on earth and enslaved men, but they will be given power to overcome sin, vice, and the flesh. Those of you who follow me, practice charity in all forms, so you will have love. But do not expect gratitude from humanity. You will not receive love for love. The world will not know how to comfort you, and sometimes it will betray you. But do not fear. When you need comfort, love, peace, balm, seek the one who with his word and his blood gave you proofs of his love. And in those instances, what can you ask of me that I cannot grant you? 60. Of the absolute and perfect peace that your spirit will come to enjoy in the hereafter, I come to give you a part. But this world is in need of that peace. It lacks faith. It walks in darkness and falls into deep abysses. In truth, he does not know where he is going, because there is no hand to guide him. 61 For that I am preparing men who give my word through their lips, so that my word brings light to the understandings and peace to all peoples of the earth. My peace be with you.